Anyone else think even after the latest patch, 6.2, the PvP ordeals are still ridiculous and need a complete rework? Maybe I'm alone in this, but I think kill a bulwark while they are next to their banner style ordeals should just be changed to get 150 bulwark kills. Alright, I mean, maybe. 150, yeah, that's, I don't know. Honestly, PvP is pretty grindy when it comes to experience. I can see 150 bulwark kills being completed halfway through your PvP journey to max level. Something like that, right? Those are half easy, kill an assault while he's in the air, for example. The other half are like, I've yet to do that even once with over 100 hours played. I probably have more like 200 with 2 fully maxed characters. Okay, I don't understand what happened to this post. This post kind of got like butchered halfway through. I don't understand. At least the PvE ordeals you can control to a degree. Like if I'm fighting a Carnifex, I know I can bait him into a stun or make a point to kill a Neurothrop on the ground. I mean, yeah, I guess. All right, regardless. Kill an assault while he's in the air doesn't seem to be that difficult of an ordeal. I don't really know what they're trying to say about it. Kill an assault in the air. That's practically why, that's practically how you should be able to kill an assault. Kill a bulwark while they are next to their banner. I mean, that's rough. That's way harder to do than kill an assault in the air, right? Yeah, because killing a bulwark next to their banner, that's like the strongest they're going to be. That's pretty wild. I guess you could throw a grenade though or something like that. Like a shock grenade is a really good banner counter. Kill an assault while he's in the air, yeah, that's not too difficult. I gotta be honest, that killing an assault in the air is not too difficult, depending on, you know, your class and the class you're playing. Interesting. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys still think the PvP ordeals need a sort of a rework. I'm going to go into the comments here. Hopefully I can find a little something a little bit more coherent. I don't know why this guy put like 2 thes in this post and it totally threw me off. Even some of the PvE ones are difficult. I haven't been able to kill a single Neurothrop on the ground yet, as every time he's red, someone runs over and grabs the execution. Same goes for Assault's 200 perfect dodge. Trying to keep warriors alive even with bots long enough to attack for me to then dodge is difficult and doesn't feel natural to do, and if I'm lucky, I get 2 to 3 a run. And don't even get me started on knocking back spore mines. Yeah, I haven't really tried to knock back any spore mines. Maybe one day I'll just aim to do that. The killing the Neurothrop, honestly, this is a weird situation because the Neurothrop needs to get executed, right? And it's not like everyone on your team understands that you're looking to complete the ordeal. That's, yeah, honestly, I don't want to be a hater, or I don't want to be too critical, but I just think in that point, you just need to find a way to execute the Neurothrop before your teammates do, you know, because they're likely trying to pick up the same ordeal as well, which might actually be an issue about the ordeals, everyone just ordeal fishing, you know, and getting in the way of other people trying to ordeal fish. But hey, you know what, maybe if they add an extra terminus enemy into absolute, that ordeal might be a little bit easier to complete. Assault's 200 perfect dodge. Look, I think Assault's perfect dodge is actually super enjoyable to use. It's very fun. I've been testing it out a little bit. 200 perfect dodges doesn't feel that bad. I gotta be honest. Maybe even 100 perfect dodges would be a little bit more appropriate. But 200, you can definitely get more than 2 or 3 a run. You can get like 10 if you really wanted to in higher difficulties. Interesting. For the most part, I really think these ordeals that they're mentioning aren't that bad. I haven't tried the Spore Mine one yet, though. Honestly, a fair amount of the ordeals feel bad. I know like this game when it dropped and then ran drive content, including PvP before everybody was leveled up and had access to all the broken stuff. Okay, so little side comment here. This isn't the subject of the video, but there's like 1 or 2 broken things in PvP. There's not all the broken stuff. There's not. There's shock grenades. Shock grenades need to be adjusted. You can get that very early on. And then the assault class can jump a little bit too many times. I don't know. Both those things can be adjusted. I come back and there's a little bit more to do, and then this challenge system. But very little of my prior gameplay was tracked. I had 200 hours in before I stopped playing, and now they think a pair of gloves, chest piece, and a hammer is worth me investing a ton of additional time into grinding the game further. I really want the extra cosmetics, but after putting 8 to 10 hours into ordeals, I have no desire to keep grinding. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Like, dude, this is weird, man. It's like, bro, do you really think they're putting this stuff in the game for just you, man? Like, you don't think they want to improve their game just for the fact that that is the, you know, the better thing to do with their time? Like, dude, people like this, it's just like, bro, nobody, if you don't want to play the game, you don't want to play the game. Okay? I say this as somebody who's not very interested in grinding ordeals. I pretty much just complete whatever ordeal is currently in my way, you know what I mean? I don't like go out of my way to grind ordeals. I did do the Terminator guide, and I think that one was actually kind of fun to do because it's kind of a unique ordeal that should be changed probably. But with that said, it's like some of the criticism for ordeals, if it really just comes down to I have no desire to play the game again, it's like, bro, then that's what it's about. It's not about them adding in cosmetics. It's about the fact that you don't want to play the game again. It's not like they did. Okay, look, they do have 200 hours, so that's good. And then obviously they will return for new content, but it's like, I think a lot of people are just waiting for Horde mode, and this might be one of those players. But I wouldn't be surprised if players like this still come back to Horde mode and still say there's no content because they got one good run in Horde mode. You know, they're probably going to play Horde mode for a day and then go to Reddit just to complain about it. Like this criticism like this is what makes me think that, obviously the ordeals definitely need some adjustment, right? But still, like, players like this are just so negative that I can't take their criticism seriously, and it gets to the point where I'm like, oh, I get literally I get more faith in the devs because of players like this who just miss the mark on what the point of adding ordeals were. Like, for real, like, it's like weird. It's like they really expected the devs to just add in content just to satisfy this one player. You know what I mean? Unpopular opinion from PvP player. There are actually enough people who already completed them all except for the grenade one. That is thankfully got fixed recently. I know at least 2 guys personally. I would be the 3rd one, but I don't want to grind them just playing the game. So I'm not sure they will get a rework you want. Okay, so obviously this is not an English speaker, I believe. But no, it's fine. I definitely got what they're trying to say here. I don't think oh yeah, that's right. The grenade one got fixed in the sense that you actually need less people to hit with grenades. If there isn't another ordeal that just is purely grenade eliminations, you know what I mean? That is what the ordeal should be. It shouldn't be multiple grenade or eliminations. I don't think I've hit 2 people with a grenade, like, especially if you use shocks. It's a lot harder to get that ordeal done. It should really just come down to, like, if you hit someone with a grenade and they die, then you get a point. And just make it just make it grindy. Just 300, 200, 100, one of those, right? But that's interesting. He knows 3 people. I know at least 2 guys personally. I would be I don't want to grind them just playing the game. Okay, so that's interesting. So he knows a few people who completed everyone besides the grenade one. Yeah, so I can see the grenade PvP ordeal getting reworked. They already tried to rework it, and I gotta say that was definitely one of the examples that whoever was reworking that ordeal is definitely not playing PvP. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's definitely a good criticism to be had with some of these ordeals, but the criticism isn't adding the ordeals at all, to be honest, like the comment I just read. Yes, obviously some of these PvP ordeals are a little bit a little bit inconvenient, but it seems like the only one that really needs an adjustment is the grenade one. I don't think they need reworks. I just think the amount of times that it needs to be done needs to be lowered. Even getting 2 kills with 1 grenade is hard to pull off. Doing it 30 times is ridiculous. And an easier ordeal would to be just to get like 50 grenades. Same with shocks, blind 50 people. They could simplify a lot of them, like get 100 ground-pound kills, kill 100 people with Iron Halo. This needs to be said, but games genuinely do not last long in PvP. It's either a complete stomp for your team or the other way around. I mean, he does have a good point about how long PvP matches are. I have been in less stomps though. PvP has actually been pretty close since I came back. It is very, very rarely competitive for the majority of the time. For one close neck game you get, which is good because you want the games to last longer, you get like 5 stomps. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. Since I've been back, it's been like, games have been competitive. But like what happens with the stomps is somebody on your team left, and then your team just gets stomped because it's 6-5. That's pretty much what happens there. It is very, very rarely competitive. I've been in more competitive games since I've been back playing PvP than since launch, for sure. Getting five ground pound kills in a game is doable, but you can be on the 4th and the game could just end. Again, some tweaks to the ordeals, it could be genuinely worth doing. I do think there needs to be, look, PvP, the experience you get in PvP makes grinding from 25 to 28 way too long. Way too long. You need like 100 PvP games to max out like 25 to 28. It's insane. So yeah, I'm genuinely not surprised that some of the PvP ordeals are a little unrealistic, I will say. But like that said, I do think there is a conversation to be had about like ordeals feeling too brain dead. Like 100 ground pound kills does feel a little bit brain dead. But like that said, you know, obviously the PvP games do not last the longest, so I do think the PvP ordeals need to be adjusted. But yeah, regardless, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the PvP ordeals now that we had one adjustment. Do you think it is in a better spot? Do you think we need a full ordeal rework? Let me know. And thanks for watching.